All right. I think we're ready. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Um, hey, good morning. Good afternoon, Cowboy fans. I was coming on because there's been a lot of news lately about Max Crosby and I had a little bit of a take on Pickens. But I just wanted to just let y'all know that you know not to my own harm, but I was one of the first people to talk about Max Crosby actually becoming a Cowboy. It just made so much sense. The I think back in September, when I saw our defense kind of faltering, and that we don't have Michael Parsons, we can't get that pressure anymore. So one of the things that I thought about was the fact that we got to replace that pressure, and that's it's only a certain amount of players in the league that can do that. You got Aiden Hutchinson, you got T.J. Watt, you got of course Parsons, you got Trey Hendrickson, and you also got Max Crosby. But it's other guys too. But those are the top tier guys. Those guys are one man pass rushers. You know what I'm saying? You can just put them out to the end, and they can get pressure and get sacks. That's what they've done. But when I started looking at Max Crosby, I started looking at a couple of things. I was wondering what his age was, and to be honest with you, his age falls right in line with Dak's prime. Dak Prescott is 32 years old. He probably could play for 2 or 3 more years. And I saw that Max Crosby was signed uh, this year to basically a 3-year contract at $35 million a year, roughly. So I just thought about like, okay, Jerry can actually replace Michael Parsons, who making $47 million a year, with a guy making $12 million less, but may give you some of the same production and probably a little bit better on the run defense because he's been playing that position, all his life. Max has a motor. He's down there playing with the Raiders, and they're 1-6, but he's still playing his butt off. He takes a lot of pride in what he does, and I think he really would fit in right here. When you'd start seeing more interceptions and quarterbacks just a tick faster, knowing that he's over there, and also sacking the ball, strip sacks, and other things like that. I think he even has an interception this year. So I was definitely on board with that, and I still am on board with it. And I see a lot of other people looking at it and seeing how much sense that it makes. The Cowboys like to trade people whose contracts are already set, so they know what they're getting. That's why they kind of stay away from free agency or top tier free agency because they don't know what they're going to get into as far as costs are concerned. So they just don't get into it. Um, so I think that's one thing. I really think that he can, come here and do something. And you can't waste this offense, man. I think if you get a few things going, get your cornerback set, um, get the defensive coordinator to mix up the defensive play calls like he did last week. Not just play zone 90% of the time, play a little bit of man, mix it up so people won't get comfortable in what you're doing. Help your defense out a little bit. But if you had somebody that can get instant pressure, the one that has a reputation in the league of doing that, I think you go out and get him. I don't. If we're at the end of the year and we got all 4 of our draft picks, we didn't do everything we could for this year. That's for all 4 of our first round draft picks. We didn't do everything we could, to get better and to maximize ourselves inside our quarterback's window. I think Dak he's playing the best football that he's ever played. He's probably got about 2 more years of this. So, we can get everything together, then we can kind of, move on and maybe go farther in the playoffs, NFC Championship game, even maybe Super Bowl. I said that this was our Charles Haley moment, to be honest with you. And some people might scoff at that, saying, well, Charles Haley's a Hall of Famer. How are you going to compare Is Max Crosby continue to play like he is? He's a Hall of Famer, too. So I think that you can get him in here. I can remember back before Charles Haley got here, the Cowboys were a good defense. But when he got here, he made them great. He was good because the defense was good because they could not get pressure consistently. They brought in one player that got pressure, got strip sacks, hurried the quarterback's clock up in his head, and the rest is history. I think that's the time to get him now. The Raiders are 1-6. And so they did tweet it out that the Raiders talked to Max Crosby and told him they were not going to trade him. To me, that's BS. Okay, so you're 1-6. You don't have a franchise quarterback. You don't have your quarterback of the future. Whenever you're going to need all the draft capital you can get. The Cowboys have 4 number 1 draft picks in the next 2 years. You need those draft picks. If you trade Crosby, you get from up under his contract. Not that the Raiders don't like Crosby, but you got to realize that the next time that you are going to be good, Maxx Crosby might be 33 or 34 years old. So you really just paid for a guy to hang around that won't even help your team. And Maxx Crosby said that he wants to be there, and that could be correct. But the thing about that is, would you rather be in the Raiders at 1-6 and not winning, or would you rather come to the Cowboys and be part of, or could be the person that gets them over the hump as far as going farther in the playoffs than we have? I think it's the second. I think what the Raiders are doing is saying that so he can drive the price up. They're not gonna get out here and say, "Yeah, we listen to all companies." No, they're not gonna do that. That doesn't drive the price up. Well, you say you're not going to sell at all. You're not a seller at all with Maxx Crosby. That's what drives the price up. So I think they're just playing a game right now. It's 2 weeks out for the trade deadline. I think the Cowboys have to continue to talk because you can best believe the 49ers are going to continue to talk to them. Other teams with these GMs that can lose their job are out there hustling, and they're going to give up some stuff to get them if they need them. But the Cowboys actually have more to give without losing, a lot. So I think that he's the one. Now the other one that would be my second tier guy would be Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson a little bit older, and he doesn't have a contract that's signed. So you'd be in the same situation. Theoretically, if you just trade him, it'd be a 1-year rental, a half a season rental. And now you're in the same situation you're in with Micah Parsons last year, with the defensive end market going up as it is. So I don't know if that's viable. But then, too, with Joe Flacco beating Pittsburgh the other day, people don't realize that division, they've been losing in that division. So they're only 1 game behind Pittsburgh with a win over Pittsburgh. So to me personally, now is not the time for them to trade Trey Hendrickson. I mean, if Flacco continues to play like he has, and he's done that before in Cleveland, if he continues to play like he has, I mean, this team can win a division. So you have a team that could potentially win a division, but you go trade one of the best defensive ends in the league, the fans wouldn't go for that at all. And so I was talking to somebody earlier, and they said, well, he's on his last year. No, no. The fans would not go for you trading Trey Hendrickson, and y'all are 6-4 winning the division. That makes no sense. So right now, Maxx Crosby is the guy I think makes the most sense. Now, the 2 defensive ends, Chubb and the other defensive end from Miami have been mentioned. I think you have one from the Jets, Johnson, that has been mentioned. Those are second or third tier guys, man. I mean, and they're just maybe a little bit better than what we have now. I'm not interested in just a little bit better than what we have now. I'm interested to go get what we want and go get what we need. Don't shortchange yourself. And so I think if you go with Chubb or you go with Johnson, I think you kind of shortchange yourself. Will it add to the defensive end room? Yes, it would. But will it be the thing that gets it over the top? I don't think it will be. So we're here now to this story I wanted to tell you about settling for less. So I was in the market to buy a truck last year. I looked at a GMC Sierra. And what I have traditionally done is I've got the kind of lower level, which is the elevation in that. But for F-150s, I've gotten, lower levels in those and got the cloth seats and all that because I was cool with it. It wasn't a big deal to me. And so every time I go get a car and come back, my wife would look at me with the side eye. I said, it's a nice truck, but why you got the cloth seats? I said, well, babe, I'm good with the cloth seats. No big deal. And so last year when I was buying one, we went test drove it, and sure enough, it had cloth seats. And so the next day after we had talked, my wife called me up. I was at work, and she said, hey, baby, look, I just want to let you know that, look, you've taken care of me. I got the car I want. I got it built. Uh, my all our kids, you've gotten them cars. Our two youngest got brand new cars, so they're all taken care of. Say, take care of yourself sometime. And she said, I know you say you're good with the cloth seats, but just think about it. So I started looking around, and then I actually found a truck with the same color, same level, but had an elevation premium package. Now, what that included was a sunroof, sliding back window, leather seats, and it was just a really nice truck. So, and it had other things in it. The package offered some other things in it that the one that I test drove with the cloth seats didn't. So I called and talked to him, and we negotiated a price. Well, so the price was $3,500 more than the cloth seats. And so, I'm kind of not, I'm trying to be wise with my money. So I had a decision to make. My decision was go with the cloth seats, keep the $3,500, or spend the $3,500 and get the car that you really like. Well, the question I asked myself was this: if I get the truck with the cloth seats, would I regret not getting the one with the package with the leather and the sunroof and all that? I said, yeah. Then I asked myself, if you bought the one with the leather and the premium package, would you regret spending $35,000? I said, nope. Well, that was my answer, right? So my answer was really simple. I could make back the $3,500, right? That wasn't a big issue. So I went with the one that I wanted. I went with the top of the line one. So the question you got to ask yourself if you're Dallas Cowboys, do you want to go with a Chubb, or do you want to go with a Johnson or someone of that ilk, and then be looking over at Maxx Crosby saying, yeah, that's the guy I wanted? Or do you want to go with Maxx Crosby and then sleep well at night knowing you made the right decision, right? So that's the decision they got to make, man. Sometimes you just got to be like, well, I could save a little money with Chubb. Well, I could save a little money with Johnson. I could save a little money with these guys, man. Yeah, but that's not what you want. That's not what's going to get you over the top. So what I'm saying is, I don't regret getting the loaded up truck. I'm glad I didn't settle for less. And so I don't want the Cowboys to go get cloth seats, man. I want them to go get the full leather. And the full leather is Maxx Crosby, man. So if you want to get over the hump, if you want somebody that's going to have a Charles Haley type effect, go get Maxx Crosby, man. Make it happen, Jerry. You can do it. Okay, my next point is Pickens, right? So now that Pickens is performing well, everybody's talking about his contract, and they should be. But here's the deal that I have with that. That should have been discussed before the trade. I think you go to Pickens before the trade and have a conversation with him and his agent and say, hey, look, man, we're interested in trading you, but we don't want you on a one-year rental. We want to sign you to a 3-year contract at $27 million. And if he comes back and say, well, 27, hey, man, look at your stats, man. Your stats don't, you're right there with, the Smith kid out of Philadelphia. I can't think of his name. Devontae Smith. You're right there with Devontae Smith, man. So, we can give you that money today. That's guaranteed and everything. And we're going to trade for you. But we can't trade for you and then now have to go into free agent with you next year. And so that's the discussion I would have had with him, right? And try to get that, and because at that point in time, you got leverage. Their quarterback situation is terrible in Pittsburgh. So he was wanting out of Pittsburgh anyway. And plus they got the wide receiver from Seattle. So, his time was numbered. So I think it was a great time for you to make that move, kind of put him in a pressure situation and try to get him signed. But they got him over here and they didn't sign him. And so although I was excited about the trade, man, it's something that they don't really do, get a player of that ilk. I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't try to sign him prior to. And so, I just think that would have been a smart move. And some people might say, B. Bird, yeah, but, you got to kind of see what he does. No, not really. So a good GM, I think, is the qualities of a good GM is the same qualities of a good quarterback. Knowing the offense so good, knowing the defense so good that you could use your anticipatory skills to complete passes. Not wait till a guy's wide open and then throw it. You can anticipate him being wide open and then throw it. And so that's the same. That's what you see in Dak right now. He knows he got the offense down. He got the defense down, man. He got everything down. The game is slowing down for him. But as a GM, it has to be the same. You got to be able to predict the future, man. You got to be able to say, okay, Pickens has been a number one wide receiver for Pittsburgh. Yeah, his numbers have been low, but let's look at his quarterbacks. They're not good. But this guy here performs when he has a decent quarterback. Okay, so what he's going to do with Dak, man, he may blow up with Dak. Okay, if he's going to blow up with Dak, let's sign him before we blow up with Dak. Let's sign him off his stats that he already has. Why? Because, man, this guy's good. I've done my work on him. I've seen what he's done. Hey, man, you know, he has a problem, an issue. People call it an attitude issue. The guy just wants to win. Bring him over here, treat him good, give him a franchise quarterback. But let's sign him first, man, because if he gets with Dak, man, his guy could actually show out. He's really a number one, man. And so what I'm saying is that they should have signed him a long time ago. And I said that two things I said, I think before any other content creators, is that we should be going after Maxx Crosby. And I think I talked to Law Nation. I was excited about the trade. I said, hey, Law, did we sign him? And he said, no, we didn't sign him. And you can kind of tell in my voice when I was asking him. And he said, we didn't sign him. I was a little bit disappointed because why? Man, I'm looking for something for 3 years from everybody. This is like Crosby got the 3 years, $35 million contract. Hey, I want 3 years so we can have a 3-year run with Dak Prescott, man. I am of the belief your window is your quarterback. Like if you have a franchise quarterback, that's your window. New England's window was 20-something years with Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, that's Kansas City's window. You know, and so when you have a guy like Josh Allen, that's Buffalo's window. Because once you don't have a special quarterback anymore, you don't know what you're going to get in the draft. We've seen Cleveland draft how many quarterbacks that haven't gotten one. We've seen these organizations go through the Jets. They haven't gotten one. So we see these organizations go through and not get one. We've been blessed to have Tony Romo, undrafted free agent, and then we had Dak Prescott, a 4th-round draft pick. We've had 2 Pro Bowl quarterbacks for the price of a 4th-round draft pick. So I just wanted to come in, y'all, today. This is going to be a quick video and just talk to y'all a little bit about what I think about this defensive end. We got to make a move, man. If we stay packed without draft picks, oh, man, I don't know when you're going to use them with the way this offense is playing. I mean, you got a power running back. You got 2 wide receivers. Jake Ferguson is playing out of his mind. We got guys that can't even get on the field. Flournoy, that when he got on the field, was over 100 yards. We got guys, we got guys all over the place, man. Our offensive line is coming back. One other thing, too, man, this is another subject we're going to talk about. So, Revell, we got to watch rushing him back, man. For one thing, a rookie cornerback's his learning curve is going to be big anyway. And so it's him and Overshown. We got to, there's 2 things here. It's 2 different things. What is Revell going to give you this year realistically? He didn't have a training camp. He hasn't had anything. And so he comes out and recovering from an injury. I am all for redshirting him, bringing him back next year. Don't put him under that kind of pressure. I just don't see what you're going to gain from bringing him back right now. I think you're going to hurt yourself in the future with what he could have been if he comes back and have a setback. Overshown, look, I talked to Fast Cash Cowboys, and they was kind of shocked when I told them that, I'm kind of mid on Overshown. And it's not about Overshown's play. It's that, man, you can't make the club in the tub, man. And he has had a lot of injuries. And his injuries have been ones that take him out, right? But even coming back from that, I see a lot of people putting things on him like, well, we're going to get Overshown back. Well, we're going to get what kind of Overshown you going to get? You're not going to get the Overshown that you're going to get next year. You're going to get the one that's recovering from a knee surgery, man. And they always, what I've seen and I've noticed, is that it takes 2 years at least to get to get back to normal after one of those knee surgeries. I mean, Javonte, I was a believer in Javonte Williams in the offseason due to he was going to be farther removed. I looked at some things that he did at Denver, and I understood that he's going to be farther removed from his injury now. So while everybody was saying, oh, we got these washed up running backs, I said, no, man. And another key thing, man, Javonte Williams is only 25 years old, man. He's only 25 years old, and he does not have a lot of tread on his wheels. So I had confidence to say, okay, he's going to be 3 years removed from his injury. Hey, the guy's only 25 years old. People are always running over running backs. Oh, he's used up. He's this, that, and other. No, man, y'all devaluing running backs. Running backs, have y'all seen last year? That running backs are one of the most productive for the price units. It is the most productive for the price units in football. I mean, a Saquon Barkley only costs you what, $13 million, where a franchise wide receiver costs you $35 million. Saquon's going to touch the ball more, than a McCaffrey is going to touch the ball more than a CD Lamb. I mean, it's just what it is. So they've been undervaluing running backs for a while. I've always thought, man, you can go get 2 great running backs, to be honest with you, how people are discarding them. So, but I've always liked Javonte Williams. And so I don't even know where I was going with that. But anyway, Javonte Williams is a good running back. One of the things I'm going to say, another thing on my mind is I like the way this team is kind of built offensively, because one of my biggest things is I don't like us playing in bad weather. We are a dome team, and dome teams get used to 70 degrees, no rain, no water, no rain, no wind. I'm sorry. But Javonte is a thumper, man. That's the kind of guy that can go into a rainy, windy, cold place and put a hurting on the team. He's not a scat back. He's not a light back that runs off speed. He has some moves, but he can put his head down and put his face mask by the chest and make him pay, man. And that's the kind of back you need for those kind of games. So this team is kind of lining up to be one of those teams that offensively can get there. But what we do need defense, man. We got to go get, like I said, I would love, it's really Maxx Crosby a bust for me. Trey Henderson, I just think that if I'm Cincinnati, I'm saying, hey, we're in second place, down 1 game to Pittsburgh. We just beat Pittsburgh, so we're down a half a game. Hey, let's go. Let's make a run at it. We got Joe Flacco, a veteran quarterback that knows what he's doing. They got those 2 wide receivers out there. Got Chase Brown at running back. Hey, man, those guys aren't interested in they're not in selling mode right now. So, but the Raiders are in selling mode. Don't believe what they're saying. Everybody has a price. When they said that, so if they say that we're not trading Maxx Crosby, if the Cowboys go there and say we give you 4 first-round draft picks, you think they'll trade it? Yeah. So it's a price. We just got to figure out what it is. And we got to figure out what we're willing to do. Because the Cowboys do value their draft picks, man. They value cheap labor. So that's where they get their primary cheap labor from. But if we're at the end of the year and we're 9-8 or something like that, and it's because our defense been giving up 35 points a game, it's because we couldn't get any pressure anymore, that you could chalk this up to, hey, that's front office, man. You should not be sitting on those picks, man. It's time to get those picks out and make this defense better. I don't think it's a lot of moves you got to do to get the defense better. I really think if you get pressure on the quarterback, make him a click faster. Let him know in the back of his mind that this guy's coming on my side, coming from on my blind side. I think that'd be great, man. And I think the drop off between Maxx Crosby and Michael Parsons, not much at all, man. And then I think he's a better run defender. He tip balls. The guy does a lot. I think his energy is infectious, man. I think he fit in really well with the Dallas Cowboys, man. And I just hope that the Cowboys continue to make this push, man. Don't listen. Hey, get in communication. You can best believe the 49ers are talking. Those guys don't have Bosa, so they're talking, man. They need the defensive end. They're out there talking, man. So y'all got to be out there talking also, man. Don't wait on. I'm glad they're not from the rumors. What the rumors are saying, they're not waiting on the phone to ring. They're making the Raiders phone ring. That's what you got to do, man. You got to go out there, see what you want, go get it. We'll figure the price out later on. Go get your player, man. I'm not worried about the price so much. I know you're not going to overpay because you're not going to give up too many draft picks because that's not who you are. But what I'm saying is you got to go out there and make a move on the guy. Get this help on defensive end, man, and let's rock, man. If we can, man, we got 8 stops last week, 8. And I know it was a depleted Washington secondary. Washington wide receiver core. But hey, we'll take anything, man. We just want some progression. I love the way they mixed up the defense a little bit. But if we get pressure, we can get more plays like what Bland did. That was because of pressure. That's what pressure does. But whenever, the quarterback has all day to sit back and just go through the zone, we've seen what happened. We got quarterbacks that got benched that threw for 450 yards on us, man. So we can't allow that. We got to go and make the move now, man, and, make it happen for the Cowboys. But look, everybody, whoever joined in, I appreciate y'all. I got one person in. Let me see who I got there. Need to fly out Thursday practice and do a walkthrough now. Hey, absolutely. Hey, let's talk about the Denver game for a second. So it's 2 teams, man, that have been a thorn in our sides. It's Denver and Arizona. And guess who we play back-to-back? Denver and Arizona. So I was trying to figure out the last time we beat Denver, and I could not think of it. I was like, man, when's the last time we beat Denver? Was it did Romo beat him? I know the game that, I said no. When Manning was with the Denver Broncos, I think that was that 50-something-49 game. It was a high-scoring game, and Manning and Romo went crazy. Then I started thinking, I said, man, okay. Man, come to find out, we have not beaten the Denver Broncos in 30 years. 30. That's crazy. And it's just weird things that happen, especially when we go to Mile High. We've come off great victories and went up there and laid eggs, man. And I remember, I think Dak went up there and played one time, and oh man, the game was over with in the second quarter. It was just a disaster. And we was coming off maybe a 2-game win streak. I can't remember what it was, but it was bad. And so we've lost to Denver in Denver, definitely in Denver. We don't play well in the Mile High. And we've lost to them in Dallas. But another one right behind it is, and I'm glad that we're playing Arizona in Arizona. In Dallas. But they've beaten us everywhere. And remember, Kyler Murray is 7-0 in AT&T Stadium with Allen High School, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Arizona. So he has not lost there. He has a little extra chip on his shoulder when he comes to play the Cowboys, and because a lot of people come out to support him. But we've played bad against Arizona down there. We played bad against Arizona here. It's just some weird things happen when we play Arizona, especially in Arizona. But they happen here too. It's like, I bet you most of the games we lose against Arizona, we probably was favored against Arizona prior to playing them. But hey, some of those games haven't even been close, man. And so it's just interesting we got these 2. But if we get past these 2, man, it could mean something, right? Like to our organization, like, hey, those are the kind of games that usually have given us issues. But now, man, we got past and we went out there. And y'all, I don't care if it's a pretty win in Denver this week. A win by 1 point is the most beautiful thing that we can get. Hey, we're just trying to get W's, man. And so against Arizona, hey, we're just trying to get W's, man. I don't care about style points, especially with Denver this week. I don't care anything about style points. And let's see, 06, 050, I don't know what that says there, but he's right about that. Flying out early, getting used to that altitude, I definitely would do that. Or just see what other teams have done. Like you can go look at people in the division, the Chargers, the Raiders, whenever they go play them, hey, what are they doing? They're probably used to it. But for a team like the Cowboys, there's a couple of things that goes on there. You have high altitude, but you also have grass. We have traditionally, because we're a turf team and a dome team, we have not particularly played well on grass. Uh, and Denver's a grass field. So I don't know what the point spread is in this game. Denver should actually be favored in this game, but we'll see. This will be a game, man, that if we get by this game, man, that's going to mean something. We have not beaten this team in 30 years, no matter where we played them. And to get a W, that'll be a little breaking some history there. But it's something else we hadn't done in 30 years, too, y'all. I think everybody knows what that is. So, hey, I don't know if that'll be a precursor if we win that game and then we go to the NFC Championship game. But again, I really don't think my hopes aren't high on a deep playoff run if we get to the playoffs, unless we do something at the defensive end that's remarkable, that's outstanding, not mediocre, not something that doesn't move the needle. We got to get. I'm not talking about the needle of the media. I'm talking about the needle of media, the needle of your team. Like, get a person that makes your linebackers better at defensive end. Get a person that makes your cornerbacks better at defensive end. Get a person that makes your safeties better at defensive end. Get a person that makes all those kind of average type of defensive end that you acquired over summer. Get a person that makes those guys more better or more effective on the other side. That's what you got to do. And I think Crosby is that guy, man. We cannot, every content creator, we got to keep the pressure on. Boss had a hashtag the other day that Diggs was right. And I thought it was kind of cool because Diggs was right. Like, they really did the game plan that Diggs said. And I saw where 105.3 was kind of pissed that people was giving Diggs credit. It's like, Diggs is even getting credit. He didn't even play because they're talking about hashtag Diggs was right. So, look, these things catch fire, man. Like, if we keep talking about Crosby, and we have been talking about Crosby, personally, I've been talking about Crosby for a while. Other content creators we're talking about. Then it gets into the media, the mainstream media, and then next thing you know, somebody from say, "Hey, what about Maxx Crosby?" You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we got to keep the pressure on. This could be a special year. We have a quarterback playing at the MVP level. Offense is humming. We got the best wide receiver combo that we've had in years. I don't know if it could be ever. Tight end playing out of his mind. Offensive line slowly getting back, man. We got some beast on the offensive line, especially run blocking. Everyone's solid run blocking. We just got to get the defense on us. We got to get the defense to at least rank. If we can get ranked 18th or 19th at the end of the year, man, we're playing good. Where they play each other and trust the coach, and there's some synergies between the coach and the players, we could do something. But we do need that impact player. We need that player. We lost it with Micah Parsons. Hey, we can get it back at $12 million less. So, hey, I'm gonna get off, man. Hey, I see I think 42 people was watching on X. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching on X. The people that's watching on YouTube, I appreciate y'all. I think my wife got it here. Great show. Thank you, beautiful. And 0605, I see you in the chat, man. I appreciate you contributing. And my daughter too, cutie. Thank you. So I got support from my family, y'all. If nobody's gonna watch me, I'm gonna have 4 or 5 people that watch. And it's gonna be my sister, and my kids, and my wife. If I can just talk to 4 or 5 people, they watch, I'm good to go, y'all. But hey, 37 people watching right now. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep watching, man. It means a lot to me because I'm just a guy, man, that's passionate about the Cowboys. And I found this community that's the same, passionate about the Cowboys also. So it's great to be able to talk to some people that, live and breathe this stuff, man. And so y'all could have been doing anything else, but y'all chose to come and listen to me, man, little old me. And I appreciate it, man. And hopefully, man, in the future, I'm going to, get better at this YouTube or this podcasting and, be able to do some things on StreamYard and some other things I see other people do. I'm just not there yet. I still have a job. I still have to go to work every day and to come home and to do a show. But I felt compelled to do this today. Now, one thing too, The OG podcast comes on Friday at 7 o'clock. It's me, Big Time, and Cowboy Joe. So man, you got some guys that go back from the 90s, man. We can tell you about not just what we've heard, but we can tell you what we saw. And we can also bring it all the way up to 2025, man. So, tune in to this channel, tune in to Big Time, of course, and Fastcast. That's Cowboy Joe and his son, Jules' channel. Great guys, man. I've been doing work with those guys. Love those are my guys, man. And on Friday, man, OG Cowboy podcast, man, is getting hot. And so that's the one that Big Time always tell me, hey, man, this thing is doing numbers. Man, I think a lot of people like it. Guys, people our age really, tune in. Hey, if y'all haven't caught a show, it's the same time every Friday, 7 p.m. We're going to be in rocking, and we're going to be talking, and we're probably going to be a little bit upbeat this week because we're coming in from a win, man. So, I think some people may think like, I do get on the front office, and that's my biggest pet peeve. But pretty much most of my predictions are always the Cowboys are going to win because in my mind, I try to figure out a way that we can win. Like if we go against Philadelphia, I'm always saying, there's a way we can win this game. And then that's what I concentrate on. So at heart, I'm a homer, man. That's what it is. I'm kind of a homer, but I'm a realist too. So, hey, I appreciate y'all spending time with me. I haven't been able to go live a lot lately, but I appreciate y'all spending time with me, and we'll see y'all Friday. Cowboys out.